And hello and welcome to Arts and Entertainment. I'm Deborah Gilbert, your host, and as always, it's a pleasure to have you. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you enjoy the show. Well, I have the pleasure of bringing to you one of Connecticut's very finest celebrities. His name is Scot Haney.
Well.
He's a meteorologist with Channel 3 WFSB, and I'm thrilled to have him back in the station again.
How are you, Deborah?
Scott, it's so great to have you.
Good to see you.
Thank you so much for making
It's good
the
to see
trip.
less of you.
And less of you too.
Yeah, I lost a lot of weight.
I know you have, and
Yeah.
we have compared notes that we're using the same kind of product. And
Yes.
It's working.
It's working. I'm on a drug called tirzepatide. It's a derivative of one of like the Monjovis. I'm not quite sure, don't quote me, but tirzepatide, I'm on a very small dose. I went on it September 23rd of last year, so it's over a year now. And I lost, as of this morning, it was 44, but tomorrow it'll be 45 pounds because I know I'm going to lose that extra pound. So I'm doing very well. It was time for me to lose some weight. None of my clothes had fit. I was not doing great in the exercise regimen. And it was not healthy to be the weight that I was at. Plus, my brother were making fun of me, so I had to get on the bandwagon and put them into shape.
Just one more note, because I'm also on the same kind of med. How are you feeling being on it?
I feel great. I mean, I have energy. Little bit of digestive issues, but that is it, and they're certainly manageable. So, but like my appetite is less. I typically don't eat 3 meals a day anymore. I typically do 2 meals. I have a hearty breakfast, and then I have a lunch, and then I'll have a little snack. Excuse me, a little snack before I go to bed. So, excuse me. But yeah, I'm doing really good. I love it. My doctor has recommended that I stay on it for quite some time, so we'll see what happens. I'm on, again, a very low dose. And so far, I really haven't had any side effects. Not good, Deb. So how are you? How are you?
Doing okay. I'm at 39 pounds.
That is amazing.
Yeah, feeling good. Lost the appetite, which is the appetite suppressant is working. And I feel good overall.
I don't think I've ever said it's good to see less of a person. Except in your case.
Well, I noticed you the moment that you came in that there was a smaller man walking in.
Yeah, it's been very good. So if anybody's out there and interested, get in touch with me and I'll put you in the right direction.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a lot. It's just good. My suit's fit. I'm out shopping for new clothes. Monday I was shopping. It's costing me a fortune, this weight loss.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah.
I'm not ready to spend that much money yet because I haven't met my goal weight.
Exactly.
So when I do, then it's going to be shopping.
Yes, but I want those shoes.
Oh, do you like them?
I love them.
They're 20 years old.
Oh my God, they're wonderful.
Thank you.
Patent leather? Is that what they are? Or?
I don't know what they are.
Terrific.
Consignment shop.
God bless. I love a good consignment shop. I sent a lot of my clothes to consignment.
Do you?
Yeah,
me too.
Because nothing fit anymore, so all the big clothes I sent, it all went into consignment.
You're a good person to do that.
So well, donations and consignment. So I made a little cash on the consignment. Not enough.
Okay, let's get started.
Yeah.
Why don't we go back into your background? Let's introduce you to the viewers. Tell us about yourself. Take us back.
Born in Comac, Long Island, the home of Rosie O'Donnell and Bob Costas. Rosie grew up about 2 blocks away from me on one side. Bob Costas grew up 2 blocks. We all went to the same high school. Bob Costas was class of '69, Rosie O'Donnell was class of '80, and I was class of '82. So I went to Comac High School South. And then from there, I went to St. John's University, majored in business. Nothing to do with communications, television, broadcast journalism, meteorology, none of it. And then I graduated and I started working in retail, realized that it wasn't the right thing for me. And then I went back to grad school, went to Syracuse University, and majored in broadcast journalism and television, radio, and film with a concentration in broadcast journalism. 2 years I spent there on a full graduate scholarship, and they taught me every single thing I needed to know to get a job on television. So I said, I was doing my internships, and I was doing the weather. And they were like, you should do the weather. I said, I don't know too much about weather. They'll teach you the weather, but they can't teach you his personality. and you've got a good personality. And it was a very big compliment. So I took my personality, I ran with it. I got a job being a weatherman without knowing anything about the weather. And then they sent me back to school once I got the job. So that's how I learned to become a meteorologist. And now I've been at Channel 3 for 28 years.
It's hard to believe.
Isn't it amazing? I must have started when I was 6.
It's so true.
Because I'm about 34 now. No, I'm going to be 62 this year, Deborah.
Oh my God. I turned 62 in April, so I know
We're
that
the same
feeling.
age. Time is just flying by, isn't it? It's remarkable.
Well, when you walked in and said that you're there 28 years, did you ever think you'd be there 28 years?
No, I thought I was going to be there a year. And then I said they're going to get rid of me because I was a little rough around the edges. And when I started, I was very funny and very outlandish. And my boss said Connecticut audiences would not appreciate me, but he was willing to give me a try. And then after a year, the audiences responded, and I got to be there full time. I was part-time for the first year. Second year, I signed a contract for 3 years, full time. And I went weekend morning meteorologist, and then I started feature reporting Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. And then that parlayed into a full-time weather job, I think back in 2003. And when Bruce DePriest got promoted to the evenings, I took his job as the morning weather guy. And it's been remarkable ever since. 28 years coming up. November 14th, I think, is my anniversary. November 1st or 14th.
Well, you just said something when you arrived. Also, you signed the contract.
I signed a new contract.
Tell us what that means.
It means that I'm going to be with the station until 2029.
Okay.
So that's, what does that make me,
Another 4
108?
years. Yeah, right.
I think it's about 108. So, I'm going to be 66 when this contract runs out. So basically, they're married to me, I'm married to them, and we're good to go. And I'm looking forward to it just as much as I look forward to my first contract when I signed my first deal.
Do you foresee when you get to the end of the contract, you'll sign again?
Probably, if they'll have me. Again, I'm knocking wood there.
Right.
There's nothing else that I like to do more than work. I'm not a sit home and kind of putz around kind of guy. I like to work. I kind of define myself by my work. So to stop working I think it would be detrimental to me. So all of my friends pretty much a lot of them have retired already at 60. They retired young. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. I'm like, what do you guys do? They're like, oh, we do this and we do that. And I'm like, no, I want to keep making money and I want to keep making people happy. And I want to keep giving people vital information. And I enjoy what I do. So why would I want to stop?
For the viewer that's interested in meteorology, how does somebody get started, or what was your path that put you there?
I did it the wrong way. I went to undergrad for business. I went to grad school for communications, and then I went back for my certification in meteorology. So I don't have like a master's degree in meteorology. I have a certification which enables me to call myself a meteorologist, and I took 7 undergraduate classes in meteorology in order to do that. So it's a very difficult process. It's a lot of science and it's a lot of math. And you have to have a foundation to know what you're doing in science and math. Otherwise, these courses are just simply incredibly difficult. But I would say if you're a young person and you're watching the show and you're interested in meteorology, then pursue that in your undergraduate years. And if you're out there thinking, you might be 30, 33. I didn't get the job at Channel 3 until I was 34. So there's plenty of opportunity. Go back to school. You got to go back to school. And there are plenty of meteorology programs. I'm not quite sure how many are in the state, not that many, but in the surrounding areas there are great meteorology programs. So you can avail yourself to that and get some education and see how long it takes, and then get yourself a resume tape and send it out to the news director. You might have to move to Kansas like I did. That was my first job.
That's right.
Topeka, Kansas, KSNT, Topeka 27. That was my first job. And it was in the middle of a cornfield in Topeka, Kansas. And I'll never forget driving there. And I was like, what am I doing? I was living 24 hours west of New York. I couldn't believe it because I had never left home other than go to Syracuse. I lived with my mom and dad till I was done with college. And then I lived with them even after that, and I worked in a supermarket for 12 years.
That's right.
So I have a pension from that supermarket.
Still.
It comes in, it starts at 62.
Oh my goodness.
I think it's $148 a month. I'm very excited.
We're about to go to a break,
Sure.
but before we go, are you happy at Channel 3?
Oh my God, I'm so happy. I literally love what I do. I love the people that I work with. Getting up at 1:30 in the morning isn't easy.
Yeah.
But you know what? The ends meet the means. Is that what they say? The means meet the ends? Or,
The ends meet the means.
Yeah, that's the saying. And I really love what I do. So I'm blessed. I get to go to a great job. I get to do my shows, my talk shows with Caitlin Francis at Great Day at 9 a.m. and then with Kara Sunland at 3. And I do the weather in the morning. So I got different chef hats that I wear all the time.
So weather, people might say, what's your time frame? You're on 4:30 to 7:30, right?
4:30 to 7.
To 7.
And then
how is it to be at that time?
It's good. Yeah, we've got a lot of viewers. It's a great opportunity. It's a great time. A lot of people get up, join us on Channel 3. Either they watch on television or they stream us live. Streaming is a big deal now. So we're reaching audiences in different ways than we used to reach the audience. But we still have the viewers out there. We're just reaching them in different avenues. But yeah, the weather's good. I get off the air at 7. And then from 7 to 9, I get ready for the 2 talk shows. And then at 9 o'clock, we go into Great Day at 9A, which is live from 9 to 10. And then at 10:15, we tape the Great Day at 3. And that runs at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. But we tape that from 10:15 to 11:15. So it runs basically 3 hours and 45 minutes later.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, let's take a break.
All right, let's take a break.
Okay. I'm Deborah Gilbert. You're tuned in to Arts and Entertainment. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back. And welcome back to Arts and Entertainment. I'm Deborah Gilbert, your host, and I'm so glad that you're here, and I hope that you're enjoying the show. My conversation continues on with Channel 3's Scot Haney. And Scott, what we were talking about during the break, which I think is important for my viewers, what is your set like? What's the machinery like?
We have First Alert Live Radar, the only live radar in Connecticut. That doesn't take a whole lot of training. And I don't really think people understand what radar is. It's a detection device. It's not a forecasting tool. It's a tracking mechanism. So we can determine whether rain or thunderstorms or tornadoes or snowstorms are moving through the state. It's not going to tell us when, like the graph or the GFS or the European models. Those are all different types of models that predict the weather. And those are automated for us these days. Everything comes through the computer. And if you're interested, you can see all these models. All you have to do is go to the National Weather Service websites, or just Google, GFS, American Meteorological Model, or the European model, and things will come up on Google. And you can look at the models. I don't know, it's a little difficult to understand if you don't have, the right eye, the right training. But nonetheless, it's there for the viewer, and you can avail yourself to that. So we have radar, and there's a little bit of training on that. And then we have our weather graphics system, which I come in, and there's a different show for every meteorologist. So I come in, I log on to the Scot, and it opens up. The temperatures are there, the dew points are there. I look at it and I determine what's going on through the analysis of the numbers. But it's there for you. You're not doing 1 + 1 = 2 anymore, or A + B = C. It's all done for you. The automation is just simply incredible. So, but you have to have that basic foundation in order to understand what those numbers are. Like if I showed you a map with a big H on it and a blue barbed line, would you know what that was?
No. Hot.
High pressure.
Oh, high pressure.
High pressure, and the blue bar would be a cold front. I mean, we're talking very basic, simple things here. But you got to know and how does a cold front interact with the atmosphere? How does high pressure work? How does low pressure work? Just the very basic, simple things you can learn by taking a simple meteorology course. And I'm sure that's offered at just about any institution. It's the higher level courses where you have to probably go away to a university that specializes in meteorology.
And I think one thing that we don't want to forget is the website, WFSB.com.
Correct.
Tell us what the viewer will find when they go there.
Everything. You're going to find Great Day, you're going to find the top news, you're going to find weather, arts and entertainment. You're not on there. I think you're too good for us.
I knew I loved you.
Yes. And everything that you can think of, the top headlines for the day. You can find Kara's Cures. Kara works on a podcast that she does about different health situations. Tracy McCain does also health stories and feature stories as well. So you'll find feature stories as well as hard news, as well as sports, as well as entertainment, as well as the all-important forecast. And I think weather gets the most clicks. People want to know what the weather is going to be in their hometown.
Communication with you, your email is available.
It is.
Do you? I won't go.
Haney at WFSB.com.
I know.
And I answer it. I'm pretty much right away.
Right away.
Yeah.
Right away. Are viewers in touch with you?
Yeah. Oh, all the time. All the time. We were talking about we're not eligible for the COVID shot because we're not 65 and over.
Oh.
So I didn't know that. So when I went to sign up to get my COVID shot, they said, you're not eligible. So I was talking about it on air, and a viewer wrote in 10 seconds later, yes, you can get the shot. Go here, go there, tell them this, tell them that, and the shot is available to you. But the people interact with you immediately. And when we're doing Great Day at 9A, I have my phone with me and I can check the emails so that the people are literally writing to me in real time and I can talk to them on the air or answer any questions that come up while we're on the air. And they do, they write in all the time. I have weather watchers. I have at least 20 to 25 people that email me each morning with the forecast details in their hometown.
Wow.
Simple, temperature, sky conditions, dew point, barometric pressure, things like that. And these weather watchers are scattered all throughout the state, and they email me every single morning. At 4:30 in the morning, they're up with me.
That's amazing.
I do Facebook Live at 2:45 in the morning.
Oh,
and there
my
are people
goodness.
on there watching me.
Wow. Meteorology, great, your talk shows.
Yeah.
How are you able to juggle both, or why did they give you such two different platforms?
Well, God bless them. They recognize talent, Deborah. I'm going to toot my own
Well,
horn.
I agree with that,
No.
but it's so different.
I think I have the gift of gab, and talk shows, you have to have that je ne sais quoi. Yeah. And you have to be able to talk. And I think I've got a gift for that. And God bless, they've acknowledged that gift, and they've given me the opportunity and the platform to not only be a meteorologist, but also to be a personality with the station. So we're able to do both the weather and the talk shows. And I do a little bit of hard news on Great Day at 9A. I do feature stories. I do sales pieces. I do all different kinds of things.
So that is part of your contract. I don't know if I should say that,
Yes.
but I mean that you're open to do all these things?
Yes, and if they say jump, I say how high.
I see.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, but the WFSB, I don't know if you know what that stands for.
Go ahead.
Working for Scot's bonus. No, I'm totally kidding, Deborah.
I don't know if you are or not.
No, I am. No. Wilford F. Beebe was the guy's, William S. Beebe. He was the gentleman who bought the station many, many years ago. And it used to be WTIC. And then he changed the call letters to WFSB. And it was the initials of his name, Frederick S. Beebe. That was his name. And we're FSB because of Frederick S. Beebe, who bought the station decades ago. And we've been WFSB ever since.
I see you almost everywhere hosting many things.
Yes.
You do other things outside of the station.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
I'm not quite sure when the show airs, but I'm doing an event this Saturday at the Carousel Museum in Bristol for ARF. It's an Animal Rescue Foundation, raising money for them. I go speak to school kids. I go speak to senior citizens. I get around. I get across the state. Plus, I do auctions for fundraisers. I just did the Chris Radio golf tournament. I do a lot of golf tournaments where I'm the MC, and we have live auction items. I act as the auctioneer, so we'll auction off of things. One was dinner with Scot Haney the other day, and you know, we try to raise money for these organizations. Most are, if not all, are 501c3s. And they're just wonderful organizations for kids and for pets and for people. So my goal is to help as many organizations as I can and get out there and serve the community.
How do you work such a very full day and help so many
difficult
situations, if you will?
Like if somebody says, can you do our event on a Thursday night at Mohegan Sun? I'm like,
Yeah.
6 p.m. That's my cutoff. So
Because you go to bed early.
I go to bed early. I go to bed at 6 p.m.
At 6 p.m.
So if I have to drive to Mohegan Sun and then come back, it's 8 o'clock, 8:30. That's just too late for me. And I get up at 1:30 in the morning, as you know. So I gotta get some good night's sleep. This face needs some sleep.
How have the 28 years been for you? Have you been happy there?
Yes.
It's been so many learning curves?
Lots of learning curves, and there are more coming. We're gonna get some new equipment in the Weather Center, which is exciting. But there's just so much constantly changing with streaming and learning new different ways of getting the broadcast message out. Facebook was a learning curve for me. Streaming was a learning curve for me. Digital is a learning curve for me. You know, all these kids, they're 20 and 30, they're on their phones and on their tablets and they got it going on. They know exactly what's going on. I'm 61. I'm an old dog learning new tricks, as they say.
Streaming, tell us what that's all about.
Well, it's just a different way you can go on and log onto your phone and watch us live wherever you are, whenever you want. And it's just a different way. It's news on demand, basically, is what it is. So you don't have to necessarily watch. I can go to WFSB.com or WFSB streaming at my house, and I can pull up a weather forecast from yesterday or watch the weather from 12 hours ago or watch a show or watch some clips of me on YouTube and things like that. It's incredible how many different ways and platforms there are to get the message
Yeah,
out.
I've seen you on YouTube.
Yeah, not good. Don't watch, Deborah.
We are slowly starting to run out of time. Any closing thoughts for the viewers that you'd like to leave us with?
Thank you so much for watching. I'm grateful for the opportunity to serve at Channel 3, and that's what it really is. It's serving the community. And I've been blessed for 28 years. Here's to another 28 more.
Well, we love you very much.
Well, I love you back.
We really hope that you continue to stay. Congratulations on the contract renewal.
Thank you.
And the rest of your wonderful career.
I appreciate it. Will you have me back?
Oh my God, will you come back?
I'm 198. I want to be like 298.
That's right. You are show 198. Thank you so much for being here and
Always a
driving here.
pleasure.
We really appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Okay. Well, I'm Deborah Gilbert. You're tuned in to Arts and Entertainment. In case you need to reach me, I'm at artsandentertainment@mail.com. Well, I hope you have a super day today. I really hope you've enjoyed the show. Hasn't it been nice to have him here? He's a wonderful guest, and I truly enjoy his company. Thank you so much again for being here. I'll see you next time.